guys, welcome back. Look, I've got some timber coasters and I thought I'll pour resin into them just for fun, see what happens. I got this pack of 4 from Target Australia. I'm sure there's different places you can get them from, but yeah, these were just from Target. I can get into them. Yeah, so I'm not sure exactly how much resin they're going to take. I sort of thought maybe 50 grams each. So I've made up 200 grams of this one, the Platinum Ultra Clear. It's a 2-to-1. So yeah, 100, or just under 200 grams. And then I'm going to do a top coat. I'm going to show you what I'm going to do in a minute. And hopefully it'll work. So my inspiration is these really pretty feathers. They're stickers, turquoise, gold and black. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do black around the outside, very, very thin line. I'm actually going to put some resin in my little piping bag and do the outside because I don't want it to all flow in, just want a little bit. And then I'm going to put some sort of this turquoisey color. It's the closest I've got. It's called Aurora Blue in Green by Pixie Dust Pigments. And then I'm going to put some interference gold in, Bling It. So that's what I'm going to do, because I don't want the gold like floating to the top. I just want it to be just a sort of a delicate gold. So I'm going to do my pour, and then when it's dry, I'm going to put a sticker on. And then, well, depending on how it looks, and then I'll put a little clear coat on. So hopefully I've got enough space in here because they're not very deep at all. So we shall just get started. Get my gloves on. Now, if I've got resin left over, I thought, you know how I did those little centers, the gold and silver little centers? I thought, what about if I put leftover resin into a paper cup, and I'll put some of these glass sprinkles in that I made into that, and then when it dries, if it doesn't peel out on its own, I can just tear the paper cup away and I'll have little round centers with different colors in. And that's just to use up my leftover resin. So I think I'll try it anyway, see if it works. Righto, let's put some... actually, no, let's do the micas first, hey. I always get that the wrong way around. So I've got some black by Artisue. A little bit in. And then some turquoise. Like so. And the interference gold. I'm not making up very much because I don't think I'm going to need very much. And then I want some clear as well. I probably got way too much resin, but I just wasn't sure how much it was going to hold. So a tiny bit of black. Maybe do 1/3 of a cup of the turquoise and 1/3 of the cup of the gold. And I'll put some clear over here. And the rest of it can just sit in my cup for now. So what do you think? Pretty cool idea, hey? Yeah. I guess you could use different things. I mean, these I like because they've already got a base. You could put cork on the back if you wanted to, but I don't think it's necessary. They're not sharp or scratchy or anything. You could find metal, maybe metal coasters or lids for containers, maybe metal lids like for jam jars or something like that. I don't know if you can just buy the lids separately, but I think they would make nice coasters as long as they're big enough. These are 10 centimeters. I'm not sure what that is in inches. I'm going to try and remember to stir more gently. I'm stirring like I'm stirring acrylic paint from one of my pours. Well, look at that. That's pretty. Nice colour, that one. Give them a mix and let them sit, just in case there's any mica powders that want to still flow up to the surface. And then I can give them another little mix just at the end. Now I'm going to make sure that the gold is gold enough. I think I'll put a little bit more in. How about you? Are you enough? I think so. I just want to make sure there's enough gold in it because it's quite a pale colour. When I've used this colour before, it's had some really pretty effects. So hopefully we'll get some pretty effects this time. Okay, just give that a quick stir and that a quick stir. Now, as I said, I just want to put my black into the piping bag. I get these from eBay. Now, I'm just going to slice the top off just because it's a bit big and I don't need all that because I've only got a little cup. If you're using a bigger cup, obviously you wouldn't cut the end too short. Let's just do... I don't know. It's not very big. Where did that go? I hope it hasn't flown into my coasters. Just put that in there. I'm going to come around and make sure that we're still taping. You're all very quiet. Excuse me. Oh, it's spring here in Australia. Oh, my allergies have come back. I'm taking these antihistamines, but they're not helping. All right, pour that into there. Because you know how when you do your outside colour, when you're doing your coasters, it tends to really take over. It flows from the outside in. And I don't want the black to take over too much. So that's why I thought I'll put it in here. And if this works, then I can do this. Oh, I shouldn't have cut the end off yet. What was I thinking? Oh my God. What was I thinking? All right, let's just see if I can squish this down. I have no idea what I was thinking. And we'll just, I'll give it a twist. No idea what I was thinking. Silly woman. All right. I'll push it, I'll hold it up like that. Hope we're going to get something out. Let me just check. Yeah, we got something out. All right, let's give it a twist. Now, hopefully I don't ruin these gorgeous timber coasters. So they're quite expensive, you know, $12 they cost me. I bought 4 sets. So I thought, oh, if I'm going to pay for postage, I might as well buy 4 sets. So I got 4 sets. So we'll find something to do with them. Let's wipe that drop off the end. Okay, here we go. Should probably go a little bit thinner. Okay, well, that was good. I hope that's not too thick. Haven't got much left now. Round we go. Oops, round we go. I think I've got enough to do all 4. Probably don't. That's all right. I've got more resin in my cup there. I can always make up a tiny bit more black. I think this one's got more than everybody else. I don't know whether it's okay or whether I need to try and get some out. I'm just going to push it down, see if I can get a little bit more out. Oh, look, I've got enough. I've got enough. Wow. Okay, who needs a tiny bit more? Don't get on the top. Just even them out so that everybody's got the same amount, because I think that one's got a lot. Oh, look at that. That was plenty after all. Plenty. Actually, now I need to get my little baby wipe. I haven't got one out yet. And if I spill anything, make sure you pick up your end there so you don't drip it in. Clean up my edges. Okay. Well, that's the first one, first little layer. I hope I haven't got anything on my edges. I think it's okay. Let me know if you see anything I've spilt. Right, now I'm going to do a puddle pour. So, yes, let's go with this colour next, the turquoise. Little puddle in the middle. I might try for a couple of puddles of each colour. It feels so weird pouring in on timber. Okay, now I'm going to do some clear. Remember, don't fill your cup up too much, otherwise you won't be able to pour properly. It'll just, everything will just run down the side. Okay, so that's that one. And now the gold. Pour some gold in the middle. I've used a board. That way I can put pop sticks under the board if I need to, like if one side's not level. Because even though my, what do you call it, leveling thing looks level, like the bubbles in the right spot and everything, to my eye, it may not be, well, it looks level to my eye, but when you pour, the resin will tell you if it's level or not. So I've got a pop stick under here, I've got a pop stick under there. So we shall see if it's level or not, because the resin will certainly tell me if it's needs sort of propping up in one section or not. Okay, a little bit more clear. Seems to be all flowing this way at the moment. Normally I have a stick under this side, so I think I'll put it back. I've got it under here. I'm just going to move it and put it under the other side where I usually have it, just under here. See how it's all flowing that way? So as I said, I put my level on, it looked good, but the resin will tell you what it needs to do, which way it needs to go. So, all right, here we go. Some more. Oh, hang on. No, I just did that one, didn't I? I need to go more gold this time. And if I don't have enough of the turquoise, I'll mix up a little bit more. That's it there. Gone. A little bit more clear. I'm just putting clear between the gold and the turquoise, just so it doesn't go too green, because you know how blue and yellow go green. Oh, that's so pretty, that colour. Okay, I think I need some more turquoise. I don't want to overdo the gold. I'm just going to mix up a little bit more turquoise. And I basically just want the resin to cover the base. Like, I don't want to have it too deep. Otherwise, I'm not going to have any room to put my top coat, because I want to put the sticker on when this dries, and then I want to put my top coat on. So I need to have enough room left for a little top coat. Go that way. Go that way. Still got quite a bit of resin left. Stirring like a mad woman, like I'm acrylic pouring again. Right, I'm going to put a little bit of this just around there. It looks as if it's missed out. Okay, that's that done. Just spread it a bit. It's because my bench wasn't level. Okay, now, oh, keep going with the turquoise in the middle. I'm not sure if I want to finish with turquoise or finish with gold. Hopefully they'll all kind of blend and you won't see the rings. Okay, I've still got a little bit more. Let's go with some clear. And I think that will probably be enough. Still got some turquoise left now. Still got some clear. But like I said, I want to have a bit of room left over for my top coat. I don't have to worry about burning my mold. That's a good thing. Okay, so now we just have to wait and see what effects we get, if any. Hopefully we will. Not really doing anything at the moment, but hopefully they will. Oops, there's a car out the front. Hang on, my dogs are probably going to bark. It's probably a courier. No doubt delivering some more resin products, don't you think? Okay, they didn't bark after all. And I put a tiny little blob of gold in the middle. I thought, well, let the gold be the center. Right, now I've still got resin left over, so let's do some crushed rock. A little bit in there. I'm going to do it over here in case I spill. Now, I don't want it too thick. I think if you can kind of see through it a little bit, I think that's a better look rather than have it too thick. But if I try and make these a little bit thicker, because you know when I did the, I don't know if you saw the video of me making these little centers with the gold leaf and the silver leaf. They were quite thin and then I had to do a top coat. But what if I make them a bit thicker, like maybe the same thickness as my coaster mold, and then maybe I don't need to, maybe I won't like then need to do a top coat because I still might need to. Anyway, we'll just see what happens. We'll see what happens. Give it a little torch. Okay, so there's one. What am I going to do with all the rest of my resin? I don't have a pyramid mold anymore because that one got ruined. I'll get a couple more little cups and make up some more different colours. Actually, I went and got another colour and then I thought, well, hang on. I'm going to need at least four of the same to do centres if I'm going to do a set of 4 coasters. So I'm just going to do them all in this sort of silvery blue colour. And then next time I can use a different colour. Because I do need them all to be matching, don't I? Yep. Now these centres of my timber coasters there, the gold isn't really doing much. I think I'm going to have to pour a little bit of clear over the top of the gold just to help it blend because it's not really doing much at all. So let's just do that. This coaster here is about to flow over. So I just have to be careful. That's better. Just didn't like the look of what it was doing. It was just kind of sitting there like a big blob. I think it just needs to be kind of blended a bit more. All right, so I can just sit there for a minute while I concentrate on just basically spreading these out a little bit, because when I pushed or poured the resin in, they kind of all pushed to the sides. So I'm just moving them back so that they just cover the base. Yeah, it's just, you know, the other ones that I did, the freeform ones, they kind of spread quite a lot. And this way, because they're in a little cup, they're not going to spread. They're going to be quite deep. So we'll see how they go. When they set, I'll do another coaster pour using these, and we'll see if I can get away with just doing one pour rather than the second coat, eh? We shall see what happens. Hopefully it will work. All right, where's my torch? I'll give them a quick torch. Be careful torching into a paper cup. All right, let's go down and have a quick little look at these coasters. And then I'll just come back. I'll come back in about, I don't know, half an hour or an hour or something, and we'll see if they've changed much. So I'm not doing too much. Oh, it looks blue. They always look blue through my screen. They do look pretty in the timber. So the blue there is starting to get like puffy little effects. Starting to get some effects. So just wait and see what happens. Actually, was that second puddle of blue, it's got more effects than the first puddle. Maybe I put more mica in it. Did I? I'll have to go back and have a look. Maybe it needs more mica because it certainly has got more effects happening than the outside. Or maybe it's just because it's a bigger puddle. I don't know. Oh, and there's our little centers. Okay, I'll come back in about half an hour, and we'll see how they're doing. It's a good colour match. Do you like that? Yep. I might not want to use them afterwards, but we'll see. All right, I'll see you soon. Don't go anywhere. It's been, I don't know, somewhere between half an hour and an hour. I got busy taking photographs of resin things, so they've changed a little bit. I think you can actually see the timber through the middle. I'm not sure if that's timber or whether that's the gold. Can't be sure. But they look as if they're blending nicely. Getting a bit of some pretty little effects along the edge there where the black is too. So I guess they'll keep changing for a little while longer. So I'll see you tomorrow. There will be no unmolding though, unfortunately. And look, I made those ones. I made some purple and I made some like bronzy colour. So hopefully they'll come out of their little containers. All right, I'll see you in the morning. Actually, maybe not. I just need to put the stickers on. I'll see you next step when I put the stickers on. Hey guys, it's the next day. My resin's set. And I'm going to put these on. Guess what? They're not stickers at all. They're tattoos. You know, those that you stick on your arm. So what I need to do is I need to peel them off and stick them down or place them down and then get a wet sponge and sponge the back. So yeah, I've had to wait until the resin was nice and set, because you don't want to put water on resin. So you look at it that way and I think, yeah, it wants to go there. I want to put it there, but that's the back. So I have to work that out. See, I'm just covering up. See that area there that's got the black on it? I'll cover that up because I'm not real keen about that one. So I'm just going to work out where I want them to go. But anyway, let's take one off and see what happens. Oh, I don't know. I seriously thought I was buying stickers. Right. Now I've cut them as close to the feather as possible so that I know where it's going. And obviously I want to put it on the resin, not on the timber. I want to cover up that black area there if I can. It's just a bit tricky because it's not totally curved, you know. I can't make it curved, otherwise I'm going to cut my feather. I'm just going to... I don't know. Let's put it there. Nope. Somewhere where it's going to cover most of that area that I don't like. Oh, that'll do. All right. So stuck down. Now I've got just an old wet sponge cloth. And I'm going to put some water on it. I think what I'll do is I'll move on and do the others while that's soaking. Otherwise I'm going to be here all day. Peel that off. So that area there I don't like particularly, so I'll try and cover that one. So because that goes there, I need to kind of cover it with the top. Okay, you can go there. Let's sponge you down. When you're doing this, you've got to just make sure that you don't move the paper while it's on there. So just wipe it carefully. Now this section here I don't like, just those bits there that sort of aren't very symmetrical. So cover that up. It's not going to cover all of it. But hopefully these will look cute when they're done. I don't know. I just wanted to try something different, you know. Think out of the box. Don't always want to do exactly the same thing, do we? Sorry if I'm shaking the table. My tripod's on my bench just there. Okay, now this one, lucky last, where are you going to go? You could go there, or it could go there. Probably that area there I'll cover. Actually, maybe if I don't know. I don't mind that. I don't like that big blank area just there. Oh. I would do that. That covers that. All right. Sponge it down. Made my cloth quite wet, so hopefully it's penetrating that paper. Oh, see, it's moving. Must be ready to come off, I guess, because it's moving, and I'm hoping I'm not damaging my resin by putting water on it. So I'm going to have to wait till these dry really well. I might get the hairdryer out actually and give them a bit of a blow dry and dry them properly. Okay, let's see if they'll come off. Wish me luck. It's working! Woohoo! Look at that! Oh, I love it! Like, it didn't look really nice with the white background, but oh, that is amazeballs. I love it. All right, let's hope that they all come off. Yes! Yay! What do you think, guys? Do you like them? Do you? Let's get this one off. Let's hope they all work. Yes! I seriously did not think that they was going to work because they're made for skin, and I thought, oh, it's not going to work on resin. I've just wasted my money and my time. Beautiful! Yay! I did it, I did it, I did it. All right, now let me grab a tissue. I'm just going to dab those dry, just with a little tissue. I don't want them to, you know, I don't want to, what'll happen if I dab it? Be all right? Dab, dab, dab. Dib, dib, dob, dob. Give them a little dab. Is the resin okay? We need to dry it off a little bit more than that. I don't want to rub it though, so I'll just dab. And I'm putting a clear coat on anyway, so if the water has kind of made it a little bit cloudy or something, I don't think it'll matter because I'm going to do the top coat anyway, hey. So I can see like little, across the surface there, if I put in the light, I can see like little smudge marks and things like that. So it's probably from the water. But yeah, very happy with those. Aren't they cute? They all go that way except that one. I probably should have done two and the other way, but oh, how about that? That works. Because I had 3 on one side going that way and then the other 3 went that way. But anyway, all right, I'm going to give it a blow dry and mix up some resin and we'll do a little top coat, hey? All right, I'll see you soon. Right, back again. Give them a bit of a blow dry just with this little embossing tool. It's not real hot, but it's hot enough just to dry the surface. I made up a little bit of resin. I did 60 grams of A and 30 grams of B. It's probably too much anyway. And I'm using the U resin because it is heat resistant to 110 degrees Celsius, which is 230 degrees Fahrenheit. So that's the one I'm using as a top coat. So I think I'll probably start doing that. I mean, you guys know I'm still very new to resin and I've just been using all these different types of resins. But I think what I should do is use the resin that I want to use that gives me like good striations, but isn't necessarily heat proof. Actually, I might just let that do its thing and then come in with a top coat in a heat resistant resin. I'll just see if it'll actually spread on its own to the edges. I did allow a little bit of room. I didn't fill it up all the way when I did my first pour, so hopefully... Oh, you're going over. No! Don't do that. No. Okay, there's very little wiggle room here. Oh dear. Now I'm making a mess. I didn't want resin on the top. Or maybe I can... This, I don't think it's a doming resin. Well, I'm not sure. I don't know. Okay, this one's good. It's gone to the edges. This one I've filled up too much. Let me just actually... I'll just pour some out. Seems I've made a mess already. I'll have to go and get a baby wipe and clean the edges. Oh, making a mess already. All right. Some resins dome and others don't. You've gone over as well. I probably poured a little bit too much on, a little bit hasty. Should have just done it a bit slower and just pushed it all to the edges like so instead of rushing. Yeah, I don't think this is a doming resin by the looks of it. The resins that are for like coating artwork, like your art coat or your top coat, those ones tend to be a doming resin from my experience. You know what I'm going to do? Because I've got resin on some of the timber now already, I'm going to actually take it to the limit. I'm just going to push the resin towards the edge, and I think that'll look nice, won't it? It'll be nice. It'll just look as if it's a continuous flow right along the top. Obviously you can still see the timber, but it'll just, I think it'll actually look nicer maybe, because it'll just be one smooth flat surface. So, but I don't want it to go over the edge. I'll try not to anyway. So, but when I did this with one of my other resins that is a doming resin. It sat very nicely just on the very edge, on the brink, looking down, checking out down below, and it was quite happy not to go any further, just sitting there on the edge. So some resins will do that, and then others won't. They'll just want to flow off. But yeah, I'm still learning a lot about resins and the different brands and how they all work. I just thought resin was resin, you know, they're all the same, but no. Some give different effects. Some do doming. Some I don't get effects with. Some are better for 3D flowers and some aren't. Some are thick, some are thin. Oh my gosh, some are heat resistant, some aren't. Who knew that resins were so different? I just thought they were all the same. Okay, so there we go. It's covered. Now, this one that went over the edge there, I don't really know what I can do about that. See, it wants to stick now because I've got resin on my table there, on my baking paper. Okay, I might just have to let it sort of sit for a while and then come back to that one, because it did have a little bit of overflow and I don't want it sticking to the base. So I think I'll let it become a little bit sort of tacky and then I'll come back to it. Make sure they're not all any touching, because they'll stick to each other if I have run over. Right, I'll give it a torch and then I'm going to take you down for a close-up. See what you think. Yeah, I'll bring you down and see if it's going to dome or not. We'll have a look across the top and see if it's going to do that, hey? Come with me, let's go and have a look. Let's go and have a little sneaky peek. So that's what they look like. Again, they look blue through here instead of the turquoise that they are. Right, let's get down here. Let's get down low, low, low. No, they're not really doming. I don't think it's a doming resin. It just sits flat. You can really tell with the doming resins that they are making a mount. Oh, there we go. Let's look at it this way. No. So the one on the front left there, you can see very clearly that it's not doming. They're just sitting on the edge, right up to the edge. Okay, so that's them. Good to know. I will make a note. I've got a little notebook that I'm keeping on the different resins as to what each one does. And also some of them have that resin blush or bloom that sits on top. You know, it looks like a oil slick. It's called Amine, A-M-I-N-E. And I'm keeping a note on which ones do that as well, because some do and some don't. And I don't want a top coat that's going to do that, because it just looks really awful when it looks as if it's got that oil slick on. So I'll be interested to see if the U resin will, yes, U resin, I'm talking to you, will do that. So I'll see you tomorrow. No unmolding, but we'll just see if we do get that resin blush. Right, see you tomorrow.